Hello and welcome to Firstpost Spotlight, where we bring you stories that matter to you from all across the world. From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, we shed light on issues that shape our world. I'm Alison LaGrange, live from Durban, South Africa. Let's begin with the top headlines. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the world's highest railway bridge in Jammu and Kashmir, followed by the launch of several development projects in the Union Territory worth several $1 billion. Elon Musk reverses his course on a threat to decommission SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft for NASA missions, says his space exploration firm will continue to work with the US government for now, amid the ongoing feud with President Trump. Dutch authorities announced snap elections in the Netherlands for the 29th of October, days after far-right leader Geert Wilders pulled out of the ruling coalition, bringing down the government and sparking political chaos. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban prohibits the display of symbols referring to or promoting sexual minorities on government buildings, hours before the 30th Budapest Pride Festival formally opens today. And Muslims perform the last major ritual of the stoning of the devil during the ongoing Hajj pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia, as people around the world celebrate the beginning of the Eid al-Adha holiday. Hello and welcome. Let's start with the soaring tensions in West Asia, where the conflict between Israel and its northern neighbor Lebanon continues to escalate. Israeli airstrikes have once again pounded the southern suburbs of Lebanon's capital Beirut late on Thursday. The attack sent thousands fleeing on the eve of the Muslim festival day of Eid al-Adha. Following the attack, the top Lebanese officials accused Israel of violating the ceasefire deal. At least 10 strikes in Dahieh. It is a suburb located in the south of Beirut. The wave of bombing commenced about 90 minutes after the Israeli military issued evacuation warnings for 4 sites in the area. According to Lebanese state media, Israeli strikes also hit the southern Lebanese village of Ain Qanna shortly after evacuation warnings were issued for that area. The Israeli military said that it was targeting underground drone production infrastructure sites that were deliberately established in the heart of civilian population in Dahieh. Israel claims Hezbollah is producing thousands of drones there, with direction and funding of Iranian terrorists. Hezbollah has previously denied placing military infrastructure in civilian areas. A Lebanese security source told media that the Lebanese army had received a notice regarding military equipment storage in Dahieh. After visiting the site, the army found no such equipment. However, after Israel issued its warning, the Lebanese army's attempts to enter Dahieh to search and prevent strikes were reportedly blocked by Israel warning strikes. Now, Lebanese President Joseph Aoun and Prime Minister Nawaf Salam have both strongly condemned the attacks, calling them a blatant violation of international agreements. Following the attack, Israel has sent out a warning that it will keep striking Lebanon until Hezbollah has been disarmed. This marks the 4th time that Dahieh has been targeted since a US-brokered truce in November ended a year-long conflict between Israel and the Iran-backed Hezbollah. Both Israel and Hezbollah have accused each other of violating the terms of this increasingly fragile truce. Israel's military has continuously targeted southern Lebanon, and Israeli troops still occupy 5 hilltop positions in the south. Israel has struck Beirut suburbs 3 times since the truce was agreed, mostly in response to rocket launches from Lebanon. However, Hezbollah denied involvement in those launches. Now, this latest escalation comes after the most recent war between Israel and Hezbollah began in October of 2023, when Hezbollah launched rockets at Israeli military positions in solidarity with its Palestinian ally Hamas. Israel escalated the following year with a heavy bombing campaign against Hezbollah. As Israel continues to engage in a multi-front conflict with its Iran-backed neighbors, the regional tensions will continue to remain high. We will keep bringing you the latest updates from the region as and when they unfold. And we move to a fresh spell of international embarrassment for the Pakistani military chief, the supposedly self-anointed Field Marshal Asim Munir. A digital billboard in New York's Times Square has ignited a firestorm online. The viral video, shared widely on social media, comes at a time of heightened tensions between India and Pakistan, following India's cross-border Operation Sindoor in early May. The Times Square lit up this week, not just with high-value advertisements, but also with equally top-notch show of embarrassment for Pakistan. A truck-mounted digital billboard accused Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir of being a fraud marshal and a liar. The billboard labelled former Pakistan President Asif Ali Zardari and the ex-Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif as two crooks. The viral video shows former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan behind bars with a caption underlining he is illegally detained for 2 years. Now, the billboard suggests Field Marshal Munir that good work will make him stand tall, not fake titles. Many saw the billboard as a public embarrassment for Field Marshal Munir, with sections of the Pakistani diaspora, especially the supporters of former Prime Minister Imran Khan, using the billboard to voice frustration over the recent developments in the subcontinent. The show of protest comes in the wake of Operation Sindoor, a high-stakes anti-terror military campaign launched by India in response to the deadly Pahalgam terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir in April. From the 6th of May to the 10th, Indian forces carried out air and ground strikes across terror launch pads in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Over 100 terrorists, including top Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba leaders, were neutralized. The fighting ceased after Pakistan requested a ceasefire after facing severe losses in the Indian counterattack. Amid tensions with India, General Munir's recent ceremonial promotion to Field Marshal, a rank untouched since 1959, has only fueled criticism. Detractors online have branded him a failed marshal, questioning the merit of the title. And critics say the title honors failure, not battlefield success, especially in light of Pakistan's military losses last month. The promotion makes Asim Munir a serving army person for the rest of his life, stoking fears that he may remain in control of the Pakistani establishment way beyond 2027, when his tenure as Pakistan Army Chief ends. The Times Square billboard may have been mobile, but its message hit hard, echoing a growing rift between Pakistani military and the country's diaspora. With cross-border tensions still high and political uncertainty at home, the backlash against Pakistan's top brass shows no sign of slowing down. And shifting focus to the Philippines, the Southeast Asian nation continues to counter Chinese aggression in its exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea. Manila's forces are currently in the middle of 4-day maritime operations until the 7th of June. The patrols are being conducted to reinforce Filipino rights over the maritime domains in the Calayan Island group, but Beijing's ships appear to be consistently tailing the Filipino vessels. A 3-ship formation from the Philippines began its patrol from El Nido Island in the northern Palawan region on the 2nd of June. One of the transits for the ships included the Langkiam Key, where Chinese ships sailed just over 4 nautical miles from the Filipino formation. The Filipino ships are headed to T2 Island, locally known as Pagasa. Manila's largest possession in the contested Spratly Islands and home to a vibrant fishing community. T2 Island is just 12 nautical miles from Manila, claimed Subi Reef, where China operates a military base. Now, the Filipino side immediately issued a radio challenge to the PLA vessel that was tailing them. This is reportedly the first and closest encounter between Manila and Beijing's vessels since the 2nd of June, when the Philippines began this unprecedented patrolling exercise. China claims almost all of the West Philippine Sea as its own, despite a 2016 international tribunal ruling against it. To assert its claim, Beijing has built military facilities in the region, but its claims are routinely challenged by the Philippines, whose forces have raised their national flag on island features claimed by China. Now, while Chinese and Filipino vessels continue to come face to face, Beijing nearly always deploys its Coast Guard vessels to assert its maritime claims. But this morning, an advanced Chinese Navy warship was the one tailing the Filipino ships. This warship is capable of carrying attack and decoy rockets, along with subsonic anti-ship missiles. Despite China's escalating aggression, the Filipino patrol continued its routine communication checks on its islands as a part of efforts to enhance monitoring and security over the Manila-held features in the area. The Filipino patrols come just days after the Shangri-La Defense Dialogue, where the Philippines reminded China that it must overcome a trust deficit in its recent actions have created among ordinary Filipinos.
I believe my foreign affairs colleagues are trying their level best to engage China, but on the defense side, I see what we have seen is that China has to overcome a deficit of trust and credibility that it has implanted not only in the defense establishment but on the ordinary Filipino itself, himself or herself.
With the Chinese Navy ship with advanced combat abilities shadowing Filipino patrols, the stakes in the West Philippine Sea are escalating. Manila's message is clear. It will defend every inch of its waters, even as Beijing continues to test the limits. And for our last story today, let's turn our attention to the United Kingdom's crackdown on unauthorized financial promotions on social media. Britain's financial watchdog, the Financial Conduct Authority, or the FCA, has joined forces with foreign regulators to crack down on so-called finfluencers. Finfluencers, or financial influencers, use their social media audiences to promote investment products, share advice, or offer their opinions on investments. Britain's financial watchdog is targeting influencers who promote financial products on social media without authorization. As per the FCA, many of these finance influencers act legitimately, but some tout products or services illegally and without authorization through online videos and posts. Now, in these posts, they use the pretense of a lavish lifestyle, often falsely, to promote success. These products, such as cryptocurrencies, can be risky. The FCA said that it has teamed up with regulators from Australia, Canada, Hong Kong, Italy, and the United Arab Emirates for a coordinated week of action targeting these illegal financial promotions. While the British financial watchdog did not provide specific details on the other regulators' actions, the global concern over the rise of influencers is clear. Last year, the FCA warned influencers that promoting financial products without regulatory approval could be a criminal offence. Last year, the FCA also charged 9 people over a foreign exchange trading scheme promoted on social media. Their trials are due to take place in 2027. In the UK's latest crackdown on finfluencers, which began on Monday, police have arrested 3 individuals. The FCA has issued 7 cease and desist letters and invited 4 so-called finfluencers for interviews. Britain's financial watchdog has also sent out 50 warning alerts, which will lead to 650 takedown requests for social media platforms and 50 takedown requests for websites operated by unauthorized financial influencers. Meanwhile, Parliament's Treasury Committee of Lawmakers has also weighed in. The committee said that it has written to Meta, the owner of Facebook and Instagram, seeking information on its approach to financial influencers. The committee also said that it was reviewing evidence from the FCA that suggests that Meta took up to 6 weeks to remove harmful content, which is longer as compared to other social media platforms. Britain's message to finfluencers is loud and clear. Either act responsibly and promote financial products with authorization, or face the consequences. So next time you pick up your phone and turn to social media for some financial advice, be careful. Imposing blind faith on a random finfluencer on the internet, hoping to access the key to financial success, can possibly take you down the path of financial distress. And that's all we have on the show for today. We will see you again next week. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to Firstpost.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.
Hello and a very warm welcome. I am Gushin Garland and you're watching Firstpost. In the next few minutes, I get you the top 40 updates from around the world, only here on Fast and Factual. Let's get started. We start with the latest from the US, where President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk publicly clashed with each other. They started with Musk's repeated criticism of Trump's spending bill, to which the president responded that he was very disappointed with the Tesla CEO. Trump also threatened to cut all government contracts with Musk's companies, while the Tesla CEO called for the president's impeachment. US President Donald Trump spoke with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Trump described the talks as very good, adding that they were primarily focused on trade. He said that both leaders extended invitations for official visits. The phone call between two leaders came in post-trade negotiations. A Russian drone strike targeted Ukraine's Kharkiv, causing multiple explosions. The attack injured nearly 18 people. The strike also hit a residential apartment, sparking a blaze in the building. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia fired more than 400 drones and 40 missiles at Ukraine overnight. The Israeli army said it targeted underground Hezbollah drone manufacturing sites. The strikes led to explosions in Beirut's southern suburbs. The attack followed the Israeli military's evacuation warning. Houthis are continuing with their attacks on Israel. In the latest